Now for the final session for the day, the education session, I like to call upon DTM Ashok. Ashok Kumar has been a Toastmaster since 2012. He has served as club officer and district leader in several positions. Outside Toastmasters, his interests include blogging and singing. Uh, Toastmaster Ashok, the stage is yours.
Good afternoon, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Shubham, and members and guests. Welcome you all into Toastmasters fraternity. I understand this club was chartered very recently, and this is the 15th meeting. I'm happy to connect with you all. First of all, before I start my session, I would like to hear from you. What do you think is a good speech in a Toastmasters club meeting? And what are all the challenges that you see in choosing the topics? Yeah, I would like this session to be interactive, and also, if possible, and if your bandwidth supports, please turn on your video. I would like to see as many people as possible. Okay, those who have given more than, beyond the icebreaker speech, please raise your hand. Beyond icebreaker, that is after the icebreaker, have you given one more speech so far? Okay, thank you. Toastmaster Vijayaravan. Anyone else has given a speech? Okay, fine. Any question? Because I want to really, yeah, Hari Govind, you can. Oh, okay, you have given a speech. Nice.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Anyone else wants to share what you think is a good Toastmaster club level speech? Have you heard any other speech anywhere else? Okay, okay. Let me start with my thoughts, and then probably you will get more ideas about what you think are the characteristics of a Toastmasters club level speech. All the speeches are short speeches, mostly 5 to 7 minutes. Depending on the rate of delivery, it may be around 600 to 800 words that you will be using. And you are free to talk on any topic except for certain projects. For example, in Icebreaker, you are supposed to introduce yourself to the audience, the members. Whereas in the second level, project 3, you are supposed to talk about your experience as a protege, understand about Toastmasters mentoring. Like that, there are some projects where some specific purpose will be mentioned. There again, you are free to choose anything related to that topic. In other projects, for example, the project 2 is writing a speech with purpose. You are free to choose any topic. And Toastmasters mentions about 4 different types of speeches. It can be informative, entertaining, persuasive, or inspiring. These are 4 different types of speeches which you may be able to relate to. For example, if you are talking about climate change or global warming, or about a new technology, then it may be informative. That speech itself can be made in an entertaining manner, humorous way. If you have some interesting experience, you can share that in an entertaining way or humorous way. That will be entertaining. Persuasive means something you follow or you want others to follow, adapt. Then you talk to them saying that, okay, I want all of you to do this. You are persuading others to do something which you think everyone should do. Finally, inspiring. You can talk about great leaders or great technologies, great things, and then inspire people to do better, bigger things and the like. Okay. These are about the Toastmasters speeches. And the environment in which you are delivering the speeches, it's positive. Everyone is friendly, known audience, and the evaluators are very empathetic. They will motivate you, and it is okay to make mistakes. We keep saying that Toastmasters club meetings are like a platform, learning platform. It's a lab. You can make mistakes and then learn and do better. That's all about it. Another thing is, it need not be, initial speeches need not be really great. In my opinion, initial speeches can be anything. Take the feedback from the evaluators and then improve upon it. I will share one of my speeches in the chat box, maybe towards the end of my session. You will know what my thoughts are about perfection. I shared it as part of my contest speech. Don't be perfect. That is a core theme I wanted to share with people. That is what I shared. Okay. And the speeches need not be entirely innovative, something that has not been found so far in the world or something, right? Just like when you are learning music, some people, like if you know Carnatic music, everyone starts with something called Sarali Varisa, like Sarigama Padanisa, something like that. They keep repeating. Everyone does the same thing. Similar way, initial period, our idea, our objective is to learn public speaking, speak in front of the audience with confidence, without fear. That is the primary objective. If you have something to share and it is just you want to share it, then that will come out as a speech anyway. Okay, and that is the reason I keep saying finding speech topics should not be a challenge. I will cover in the next 2 slides how we can go about finding speech topics. Okay, at this point, based on this information that I shared, do you have any other expectation about a Toastmaster speech, or you have any questions? Okay, if there are no questions, I'll move forward. For speech topics, you can get 2 sources. First source is personal experience. All of you have your own experiences in different areas, your interests, your career, your education, and your family. These are all the different areas from which you can choose topics. Interest could be your sports, music, books, or any other activities, hobbies. There are many things that you can talk about. Career means how many different jobs you have had, and whether you had some kind of challenges and successes, all those things. Education, you can talk about your school. In the icebreaker speech, you may be just giving very high level thing about, okay, I studied in this school, in this college, and the like. Apart from that, if you want to talk a little more, okay, some interesting experience that happened in your college, things like that. Family members, you can talk about family members, all that. The second source is reference material, websites, books, magazines, newspapers. There are certain news items you learn, then you want to share with the members. Collect similar news items and then present it as a speech. That you can do. Or you can do book reviews, or you can get some topics from the books itself. Maybe the moral of the book, the learnings from the book, and the like. These are 2 different sources for getting speech topics. Next, I want to move on to advantages of personal stories. I prefer to give more speeches from my personal experiences. The primary reason is the stories are yours and they are very unique. A similar experience someone might have had, but still it is your experience that you are sharing. The preparation and rehearsal will require very less time because you don't have to do a lot of research going through web pages or books and the like. You are going to share your experience. So preparation should be easy. Probably you may have to put some structure into the speech. That's all. And you know it by heart. You don't have to by heart the speech. You can give it as, as you feel comfortable. And audience won't even know the mistakes, if any, as you are speaking. For example, if you are talking about there are 9 planets or more than 10 planets in the solar system, people may find the mistake. But if you are talking about I had 15 chocolates on a particular day, whether it is a mistake or not, nobody will know. And you can exaggerate, you can twist the story on the fly, things like that. And moreover, you can share the speech with your friends and family members. Many a time, what I started doing is all my Toastmasters club speeches, I cut the video and then put it into YouTube and share it with some of my friends. That way, they will come to know more about you, certain things you might not have discussed. You are sharing with your club members. You can also share it with your other members. Are there any other advantages of sharing personal stories? Do you think these points are valid?
Yeah, I could
Yes.
relate to most of the things that you have said here. And yeah, I really agree with whatever has been said here. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Now I am going to share 2 more slides. During that point, during those 2 slides, if you are getting some ideas about speech topic, just jot it down. And then I would like to listen from you at the end of my session. Okay. As I said, there are 4 different areas: personal, education, career, and interest. In each of these dimensions, there may be achievements or challenges, happy moments or sad moments, successes or failures, learnings and opinions. This is like a switch bar where I have shown 4 on the left, 4 on the right. You can just take any one from the left side boxes and compare it with or match it with any of the right side boxes, and then think of a topic. Let us do that right now. Can anyone share their career related happy moments? Just like table topics. In fact, every table topic is a good source for coming up with a speech topic. In table topics, we are allowed only 2 minutes to talk about something. For example, what is the achievement you feel you will remember for life? If there is such a thing, you can write a speech about that. Why limit it to 2 minutes? Write a speech. Sometimes we may feel that we are boasting about ourselves. That need not be the case, because you are inspiring. You will be inspiring others to achieve such things. If you think, even if you think it's not a great achievement, you can still share it. You will feel happy about it. While preparing the speech about your achievement, also you will relive those memories, those experiences, all that. Okay. Now at this point, I want to look for, I want some responses about, does this trigger any speech topic ideas for you? Those who have given the icebreaker speech, what can be your next speech? Does this give any idea? Or if you have a question, you can ask me. Based on this, how I can come up with the speech topic.
So my second project for this first level would be speaking with a purpose. So for choosing for this project too, is it okay if I come up with something listed here, or it should be something else, something more of a general topic, or is it okay to be something that's related to my personal or educational or career or my personal interest?
Okay, that's a very good question. Writing a speech with purpose. The purpose is a very big term. If we just see that, if you get into the project manual, you will see the purpose can be to inform, entertain, persuade, or inspire. These are the 4 different kinds of purposes. The speech type itself is like speech purpose. Whether you want to inform, that's a primary purpose. What do you want to inform? Probably you want to talk about machine learning. You want to inform the latest algorithms or methods in machine learning. That can be the secondary purpose. The primary purpose is to inform or to teach. Entertain is another purpose. For example, you went on a tour. There were a lot of hiccups. You had a lot of challenges, or you made some mistakes that others would find it very humorous. You can talk about that experience. It's a personal experience, your travel experience or vacation experience, where you made mistakes and you think others can laugh at your mistakes. The purpose of that speech is to entertain the audience. Don't give very high value to the word purpose. Don't think purpose means something above us. It's all about informing, entertaining, persuading, or inspiring. These are the 4 different types. Yeah. You can definitely talk about your personal experiences to talk about anything. Yeah. One example I have also written a blog about it. For example, oral hygiene. Oral hygiene oral hygiene if you want to talk about. For the last 20 years, I have been brushing my teeth at night. But when I started, it was because I had problems. Cavity problem, all that. Then only I started doing that. Whereas I teach my children, I have been telling my children to brush teeth at night. They do off and on. They sometimes say, oh, I started doing it. After some time they say, no, I forgot. I'm not doing it. Then I realized, okay, only when they get into that problem and the doctor's advice, probably they will start doing the brushing the teeth at night. So this is a core message. I can inspire people saying that, okay, this is how I face this problem and this is how doctors advise, please start brushing your teeth. Or I persuade or inform what are all the different kinds of problems you can get into if you don't brush your teeth in the night. Maybe late. I have to do some research if I have to do informing speech. Entertaining speech, we can do something like whatever I said. Teaching children to do that, but not doing that, something like that. This is one example of having one message, but delivering different types of speeches. Yeah. Okay. Any other question?
Yeah, DT Ashok, general question for me.
Yeah.
So when we think about for preparing a speech, it will be comfortable for us to think upon our personal experiences. We'll be comfortable for deliver a speech about our personal things. Is that okay to restrict ourselves to personal, or we should also touch upon the other things which is apart from our personal and deliver it as a speech?
Yeah, see, whenever you are getting into a comfort zone, it's better to try out something which is beyond your comfort zone. The reason I am saying you start with your personal stories initially is you have to come out of that fear of facing the audience and feeling comfortable speaking in front of audience. That's a primary purpose initially. After that, you can scale up. Maybe you can talk about any topic that you want to, provided you are able to cover everything within the 7 minutes time limit that we have. In fact, some of the projects later in higher levels may require longer speeches. For example, in presentation mastery, there is a project where you have to deliver 18 to 22 minute speech. That will be long. Probably you can start preparing from now onwards if you are going to deliver such a speech after 6 months, 9 months, or whatever. Yeah. I suggest that initially be in your comfort zone, and because I am assuming that we are all here to improve our fear of public speaking, gain confidence in facing the audience. Yeah. If you are already comfortable speaking about any topic, personal experience or any other topic, probably you will be a mentor for others also. Yeah. Don't limit it to personal experience. I am only saying these are the two different sources, and personal experiences, these are the advantages. What I have noticed is many people join Toastmasters, but for a very long time, they don't give speeches, or they limit with icebreaker speeches. After that, they delay like mad, and then 6 months have gone, and now renewal happens. And when you look back, you have delivered only one speech. My rule of thumb is one speech every 2 months. In a term, I am sure anyone can give 3 speeches. And when you want to deliver 3 speeches, probably at that time, you cannot give everything from personal experiences. Probably you may have to look beyond that. Yeah. For example, I have delivered speeches about my singing aspect. I have given that as a humorous speech. Yeah. Like that, you can talk about many of those things. Yeah. That's a good question. Yeah. Any other question before I move on to the next slide? Okay. There's some more triggers for speech topics. On the left side, you again see some 4 different boxes. First, last, memorable, best, worst, favorite. You can easily identify all these things with the table topics. Look at any of the table topics, you will have certain things like this. On the right side, you can have train journey, flight journey, ship journey, school or college, teacher, job, actor, movie, leader, book, domestic or foreign vacation. These are all the different triggers for you to come up with speech topic. Recently, I read a book titled Atomic Habits by James Clear, and I delivered a speech on that, an intro to atomic habits in one of the clubs. Similarly, long back in 2012 when I joined, my speeches were about my morning walk, how I keep trying morning walk for some time, and then how I stop it, how I resume, things like that. Yeah, there are certain things like that. For example, you can talk about your favorite movie and then give it as a review. Sure, you can share, or you can inspire audience or persuade audience to watch so-and-so movie. You watched some movie and you liked it so much, you can talk about that in the club and persuade others to watch that movie. Nothing wrong in it. Yeah, there are only some 3 topics that are supposed to be taboo topics in many of the clubs, but then other than that, you can choose any topic. Has anyone gone on ship?
I went on a boat, but not a ship.
Not a ship. Okay. So then you can talk about, in case you are interested in a ship journey in the future, you can talk about your bucket list. Bucket list, you can say, these are all the things I want to do. Not necessarily the things that you have done. You can also talk about things that you want to do. Inspire others. If you have gone on a ship journey and then come back, you can talk about that. In fact, I have a plan to go on a cruise sometime in the next couple of years. And my first flight journey was when I was working in DRDO, and it was in a Air Force cargo plane. It was totally a different experience. I have written a blog about it, though I have not delivered a speech about that yet. Yeah. My another rule of thumb is for your age, if your age is X, you will have X stories to tell, because every year we are not living a normal life. We may go through successes or failures, but we will have some unique experience and there are some unique learnings. For example, information speech means, for example, if you want to talk about organ donation, you can do some research and then talk about it. The only problem sometimes I have is people talk about it without sharing any personal experiences connected with that. You cannot persuade others to donate organ, and if you have not taken any step towards that direction, you should have at least made some research about what is organ donation, how do we register for donating our organ in the case of any eventuality, things like that. If it is purely taken from somewhere and then delivered, it may not be nice. That is my view. In Toastmasters, anything goes. Be sure about that, because our primary purpose in the initial period is to get over fear of public speaking, and then also about writing developing writing skills, organizing our thoughts into a good 7-minute speech with opening, body, and conclusion. These are all the different objectives that we have. The core topic can be anything. All these things, if you are able to transfer these skills that you are developing in Toastmasters into your work area, in your domain, that is what we wanted finally. For example, if you are proposing something to your management, if you have an opening, body, and conclusion, and in the body, if you have supporting sub-points, that is what you want to learn in Toastmasters with some other topic. The topic can be anything. Apply those things that you are learning here into your work. That is what we want. Yeah, this is my last slide about getting triggers for the speech topics. With that, my part, whatever I wanted to share, is over. I am open for questions till the time is allowed. I want it to be really interactive. If I have triggered any topic in your mind, please share it, because that will be the effectiveness of my session. I want to evaluate myself based on the ideas that you have got out of my session. If it is real time, it will be happy. I will be happy. Otherwise, also you can share it later on.
Hi, Toastmaster Ashok. So
Yes,
regarding your presentation, it was really helpful and good presentation. So I got some insight from the presentation. So regarding some of the topics, which
Can you be specific? Can you be specific?
Yeah, I'm coming to that now.
Okay.
So you had like personal education, career, and one more thing was there, education. So I thought one point which is related to the education. So one thought which struck me is global warming and its effects, and as well as the sustainability which we are following and which we don't. So I had some ideas about the topics relating to those in the education segment. So just thought of like exploring more and more about it, and like delivering my next speech regarding those topics in future.
Okay. To be precise, when I say education, it's about formal education, school, college, and other things.
Okay.
What you are talking about is interest. The area, your interest area, and you are interested in global warming, sustainability, and the like. So what you will be doing is you will come up with a talk to inform the audience about some aspect, something like that.
Yeah. So to more explore more on the topic with the knowledge which I have. So I wanted to expand more on my knowledge and present a speech in the future.
That's nice. Yeah, nice. For example, I have been practicing composting of organic waste into manure for the last 5 years. I have written a couple of blogs, and also I have delivered a speech on composting, how to do composting, the success story, what challenges are there, and the like.
No, thank you.
That's good. I want at least 2 or 3 more people to share their ideas.
So, good afternoon, Toastmaster Ashok. I have this one doubt, like, although we know it is a speech and not a presentation, like if I am going with a purpose to make people aware, or like it is an informative speech, am I allowed to use visual aids?
Absolutely. In fact, visual aids will help in especially certain kinds of speeches. Like, for example, informational speech. There visual aids will help, because there you may be presenting many facts. For example, the talk about global warming. If you keep on talking, probably people may not get some idea. In that case, make some visual aids. It can be a presentation or some other prop and the like. Visual aids, in fact, there is a project in level 3, I think, about how to use visual aids. But in the initial period, I suggest to avoid visual aids, because sometimes what happens, the moment we go into visual aids, presenting PowerPoint or something, then we go into a corner. That becomes the main thing, and then we will rely more on the PowerPoint presentation, bullet points, and we may not do it as a speech. But that is also okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
You can use presentations, visual aids. Yeah. Yeah. I think we have 2 more minutes. Any other person wants to share what the idea they got or questions? Yeah. Okay. If there are no other questions, I would like to thank you all for giving me this opportunity to present my thoughts on choosing the speech topics. Hope it was useful. I look forward to many speeches in your club. With that, I give the control back to Toastmaster of the day, Toastmasters Shubham.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ashok, for such a wonderful session. It really helps. It really helped us, and like I am sure in the future we'll be using the thoughts that you gave us for our speech titles and further speeches.